Wow. Okay, we have energy work at the core. I will tell you this, Scorpio, especially for those of you who are energy workers and healers as well. There's some work that you're doing too much of, and it may cause blocks with in regards to blessings that you're trying to manifest and pull in. But it actually feels like for some of you, you're doing too much energy work for other people. You might not be cleansing your space enough. You're not grounding your energy enough afterwards. Just feels like there's energy work in your space that's overstimulating your energy. For those of you who are mediums, it's very, very important to have boundaries around when you will and will not channel messages. That's something that I used to struggle with a lot. Like 10 years ago, I used to get woken up in the middle of the night, spirits trying to get my attention and all these messages. I couldn't sleep. So I had to state very clear boundaries. One big one was, don't ever wake me up. Don't ever wake me up or I'm not helping you. It's those kind of boundaries that you're going to want to have. For those of you that specific message, you're a medium and that truly applies to you, it's really helpful is to get a stone. I'm seeing amethyst right now. Get an amethyst if you have an amethyst, or you could designate a specific stone. And before you go to sleep, especially if this particular work has been keeping you up at night, you set this intention for spirits to connect to the stone instead of you. Come here. This is how you're going to communicate with me when I'm ready. I'm going to pick the stone up. We can talk. I'll help you cross over. We'll get some messages out. But you will do that within my personal boundaries. Just because we're healers doesn't mean that we're not allowed to have boundaries. It's more important for those of us to do energy work to have very strong boundaries in the realm of energy work, in our personal lives, because we absorb so much, okay? We can't be overstimulated all the time. It'll start to deteriorate physical health, and I'm feeling mental health. So for some of you, that's why you just need to get away for a little bit to recoup, to heal yourself. There's some energy around you. It's overstimulating. In May, get back to that grounded energy. You want peace of mind, peace of heart. You want peace in your home. If someone's being too loud, now's the month to handle them. If it's a neighbor, call your super, call your landlord, have it done, have it dealt with. But I'm telling you, for some of you, it's like such an easy fix. I have a few different white noise machines that I've used over the years. This one, it's really cheap. I forget the name of it now, but if any of you need it, reach out to me. I'll give you a link on Amazon. But it works so well, and it's not invasive. It's sort of like a fan blowing, and you don't hear too much, and it creates this more peaceful environment at home. It's truly helped me over the years. For some of you, it's fresh air. It's going to help ground your energy. Again, it's like you're in the middle of nowhere. You're sitting on a deck. You're drinking some tea. Maybe you're with a loved one. Maybe you're alone, but you're not surrounded by concrete. This is all Mother Earth. Mother Earth is going to help ground the energy. But it feels like you need to be grounded to reconnect to your creative projects, but also to reconnect to those that you love. Even though I'm throwing your card across the room here. Love is big for you, Scorpio. This energy comes through for some of you, you're just so in love, you can't stop thinking about this person. There's somebody you can't stop thinking about, Scorpio. Who is that? As it completely caught you by surprise? Wow, Cupid is being clarified by steady progress. For those of you who have gone through recent separations and breakups, you're really healing. Love is coming full circle for you again. There's a lot of progress in the realm of love, but also in self-love. You're really taking care of yourself. That's why you are conscious of needing to calm and ground all this overstimulated energy, okay? But there's progress in love. There's progress in relationships. For those of you you are already dating somebody, there's forward momentum. You may actually establish certain commitments that you didn't have as you go into May, okay? By the end of May, you may have commitments in place to secure a relationship. It's a little more grounded, it feels like, but it's very positive. It's very positive. For some of you, because you're overstimulated, and especially if you've been in that space for quite some time, you're going to want to get some energy work done for yourself. But we talked about this. You get this message, but I just want to hold up these cards. Energy work in this overstimulated energy. Clarified, but ground yourself. It's all about Mother Earth. It's all about getting out of the city. It's all about getting out of that environment that's too stimulating. You need to ground. You need to be in Mother Earth. You need fresh air. And you might even consider doing this alone. For some of you, I see you going with someone you love, especially if it's a new partner. It could be really good for the two of you. But for others of you, you almost kind of want to get away from everybody. It's not that anyone in your environment has really done anything wrong. I'm not seeing a fight causing you to go off. I'm seeing, though, that you might need some alone time in a very peaceful place. Again, for a project, you're channeling something. You're channeling something for others. It's just truly to heal. It's just so you can stop thinking for a little bit. Fresh air. It's being clarified by law of attraction. It's when you get to that place of peace. It's when you're grounded, okay? Universe will allow what you're trying to manifest to come all the way through, especially in love and especially in creative projects. It just comes through major for you, Scorpio. If you feel there's a disconnect with what you are trying to manifest and what is actually showing up, or what you are trying to manifest in the timeline, understand that this overstimulated energy is blocking some blessings. You want to ground so you can get these manifestations to come full circle, because it feels like you have a lot of positive energy on its way to you. Someone's healing though. I can feel that someone needs to heal. Hearts need to heal. Hearts still need to heal a little bit, especially if you've been going through separations. Okay. Crowning your reading is commitment. What I do feel for those of you who've recently gotten out of a relationship, whether it was long-term or shorter term, you're kind of grieving it all the same, because it probably was a very important person that came into your life. You're making steady progress with opening up to love again, and you're doing a really good job. But I do feel for some of you, again, this isn't your love reading. We'll take a deeper look in the next spread, but it feels like somebody wants to commit, and you may not be ready because you're still healing. By going away and getting that fresh air and grounding yourself and self-nurturing, you come back and you'll feel more ready for this. There's definitely commitment here. There's commitment in work too. I definitely see work opportunities, new doors being open in May for you, but you got to ground your energy to see that blessing come full circle. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, you have signs. Honestly, Scorpio, the main signs for you, you're feeling overstimulated. You need to get away from that, and you need to be able to calm your energy and the energy in your environment, okay, in a day-to-day. Grounding exercises, true grounding meditations and exercises, physically connecting to Mother Earth, putting your hands and your feet on some grass, surrounding yourself by flowers, okay? But you have signs. There are plenty of signs that you need to reconnect here, okay, and ground the energy. You feel it, but universe is definitely speaking to you. Feels like inner child work. Some of this time that you will spend away in a more calm environment feels like you're healing some inner child issues, and it's beautiful. There's a lot of success here for you in the month of May, but it's these commitments, especially these commitments with love. There's a lot of beautiful energy. For those of you in committed relationships, love feels really good. Expect some offers to be made, especially for those of you in newer relationships where maybe you're not exclusive. Someone wants you all to themselves. And you know what, Scorpio? That could go both ways. You may be dealing with a partner who got out of a relationship. They're not ready to commit yet, but you are just like head over heels. Honestly, it feels like you guys are thinking of somebody constantly. And that's the overstimulation, your feelings. And it does feel like if that's the case for you, you feel kind of shocked by that. You weren't prepared to have those kinds of feelings and that intensity. Not yet, okay? But it's here and you can trust it. So let's take a look into love for you, Scorpio. Get a little more clarity on that. Scorpio in love. Scorpio in love, May 2019. Okay, the energy of separation is definitely coming through, but it feels like you resolve those feelings pretty quickly. You're healing, Scorpio. You're good. There's a lot of steady progress here, but it does feel like many of you have gone through some separations. For some of you, you went through a separation, you guys got back together. And this is beautiful energy, and you're surprised at how good everything is and how good everything feels. For others of you, you got out of a relationship and you're surprised that you have really authentic feelings. This is not just a space filler, right? This isn't a rebound. This is like, these are really authentic feelings, and it shocks you a little bit. It's really good energy here, though. Get one more shuffle. Let's pull some cards. Scorpio love, May 2019. What did I say? You're surprised at what you feel for them. And honestly, Scorpio feels mutual. It just feels like you guys have such a strong soul connection You can't believe that you're falling in love this quickly. It almost feels reckless, especially because you were just heartbroken maybe a month ago, maybe a couple months ago. How could you be falling in love with someone new? How is it possible? Can you trust those feelings? Can you trust this process? Yeah, you can. That energy is really, really, really positive for you. For those of you cross-watching, can you trust your Scorpio? Or are you just drawn into all that magical Scorpio energy? I'm telling you, it's real. Scorpios have really legit feelings for somebody right now. New love is followed by attraction. Scorpio, you look good. People like spending time with you. You're calling in more than one partner, but there is somebody that will stand out from the rest, okay? This new love, for those of you who are calling in new love and you're in the position to call in new love, they're not going to feel like you're repeating anything from the past. Anyone that feels like older energy, that's not it, okay? So stay open to someone who really comes through and they feel new, okay? Their energy feels new. As a Scorpio, I know you know what I mean by that. Their energy feels new. It's not old karmas creeping up, okay? It's a new experience. It's a new dynamic. The conversations are a little bit different. It's maybe a sign you've never dated before. It just feels different, but it's fun and it flows. That's it. Very soon for you. Very, very, very soon. I will say too, for those of you in committed relationships, if you are still separated, I see some of you coming back together very soon. The attraction has to be mutual. There has to be mutual effort here. And again, it's not newness. If you come back together and it just feels like all the same old, karmas and issues, you're not ready to be together. That's not it. You come together and you have this fresh new start. You guys need this fresh new start, but you're going to want to do it together. Not for everybody who's separated from a partner, but you know who you are. You know where that love is still intact and it's mutual. You're not just going back to old toxic situations. You're not willing to repeat the past, but you are willing to give this high-level soulmate another shot. They're willing to do that for you, Scorpio. Some of you are definitely getting back together with somebody that you've been separated from, okay? In committed relationships here, there just seems to be newness. There seems to be something fresh. For those of you who have been together for a long time and things are pretty good, you do still want to get away together. Travel, but go somewhere that's not overstimulating. Your partner's going to need it too. There's peace and quiet, nature, hikes, cabin. That's the environment I see you guys in. New love is being clarified by keep an open mind. This is what I'm trying to tell you, Scorpio. This person may not be your type. They may have conversations and ideas about things you've never even thought of. Appreciate that depth. Appreciate that this is a new journey. You can explore some part of life that would be brand new with this new person. Don't be put off by that. And honestly, I don't feel like you would. I actually feel like this person will show up and they will be more attractive to you because you're like, I've never had this experience before. I've never had this conversation before. Who are you? I'm going to call you. I need more depth. I need to have that conversation again. We need to go there again. I don't know what you did to me. This feels really good. But again, they may not show up looking or being your type, okay? It's a good thing. It is a good thing. Keep an open mind to that. If you're single and you're still healing, keep an open mind to new love, okay? Of course, you move forward when you're ready. Committing to self-love is just so important. If you're still feeling a lot of pain, a lot of grief, moving forward with new love, that's just a rebound. That won't really be real love. But for some of you, even though you've gone through separation in your recent past and you feel like, well, maybe I should be taking more time, but you actually really do feel good, you can trust this new person. You can trust your feelings toward them. Wow. Center of your reading, okay? That's how this person makes you feel. They make you feel like you're the most beautiful human being alive. You look at your partner the same. They just do something to you. They connect you on a soul level in a way other people couldn't. And you really crave this. There's someone you could be really craving right now. You hear the word crave? Somebody you have feelings for in a big way. But also trust, Scorpio, they're feeling this about you. This isn't one-sided energy. This isn't a one-sided relationship. And that's what you're getting back. For those of you who are going through separations, you're getting this chemistry, this attraction, this open-mindedness to communicate on a deeper level, to renew your love, to really start over, this fresh start. But I'm telling you, very soon is being clarified by separation. For those of you, you know the love is still intact, but you had an issue. Obviously, it was a big enough issue that you went through separation, but you've been talking, you've maybe been entertaining getting back together. It feels like you get back together soon. One way or the other, you resolve the separation soon. Someone new comes through too for some Scorpios. For those of you who are like, maybe I should get back together with them, I don't know if that's really what I want. Someone shows up for some of you that changes the game up. The energy is so new and so good. They are not your type, but they have all of your attention. That helps you close the old doors, okay? But I really, really do feel for some of you, you're getting back together with some exes, especially if you guys had very deep commitments in the past. It just feels like that hasn't been resolved and your journey together is not all the way done, but it does feel blessed as long as it feels like a fresh start. Okay, let me get your crowning card, Scorpio. Wow, okay. Crowning your reading. Let go of control issues. Some of you have gone through separations with people that were very controlling, okay? That has come up in more than one Scorpio reading. Those are not people you will entertain. That's it. That's in the past. That's old karma. For some of you, you may be dealing with a partner who wants to move this commitment along a little too quickly. And you are still like, all right, I'm open to this, but I need to take it slow. Or they could be feeling like that, Scorpio. Do not force the new love. Do not rush anything. That's not what this energy is. This energy is lighthearted. You're meant to have fun. You're meant to go all in on this chemistry. You know what I'm talking about. That new stage of relationship and the chemistry, and you just like can't keep your hands off each other, and that's where you want to be. It's that energy though. Nothing's too serious. Any kind of control issue will be a turnoff to you. It will be a turnoff to your partner. So stay in divine flow. But also for those of you who are separated and you're considering a reconciliation here, you don't want to do that too quickly. You really want to make sure both you and your partner have done enough work so that you can come together and experience this fresh start, okay? Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. Some of you will reconcile, or you will at least have the opportunity to. If the love feels good, and I trust you, Scorpio, I know your intuition's on point. If it doesn't feel good and you know that that person's controlling, that's toxic, this message isn't for you. It's the new love. That's the message for you. But for those of you who still really love your partner, they really love you, make an effort to come back together and recommit to a fresh start. Some of you really are getting back together with partners. You're going to want to give your relationship a real chance, a real second chance, okay? I think for those of you who've gone through the separations multiple times, I don't see you really feeling too open to a reconciliation, just to be honest. I mean, it could be your partner's not really feeling so open to reconciliation. That's if you've broken up and gotten back together, broken up, gotten back together. Someone right now just feels like they've had enough, if that's the case. But for those of you, especially if it's that first time, and it may be a major separation, this could be months now. You guys have been separated for quite a while. It does feel like this is getting resolved. It does feel like that resolution for many of you will be a fresh start with an ex, and it's actually very good energy. Keep an open mind to it.